What if I told you that the way you're handling your anxiety could be the very reason it's controlling your life? Yes, you heard that right. Many of us are unknowingly trapped in a cycle of worry and stress that seems impossible to escape. But what if the solution isn't about fighting anxiety, but learning to embrace it differently? Imagine living with mental clarity, where your emotions no longer dictate your actions, and you can respond to life's challenges with calmness and resilience. That's what Stoicism can offer. In today's video, I'll show you how the ancient teachings of Stoic philosophy can be applied to overcome anxiety and find true inner peace. You'll learn practical techniques, backed by the wisdom of great Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, to help you regain control over your mind, manage stress, and build the emotional resilience necessary to thrive in today's chaotic world. This isn't just another positive thinking method. Stoicism is a philosophical practice that helps you understand your emotions deeply and respond to them with strength and wisdom. And the best part? It's simple, actionable, and highly effective. So, if you've ever felt overwhelmed, like your anxiety is ruling your life, or if you're simply seeking a way to cultivate more peace of mind, this video is for you. Let's dive into the powerful world of Stoicism and discover how it can help you overcome anxiety for good. Understanding anxiety, what it is and how it affects us. Anxiety. It's something we all experience to some degree, yet it often feels like an overwhelming force that hijacks our thoughts and actions. At times, it can seem as if it's a shadow that follows us everywhere, lurking just behind the calm surface of our everyday lives. But what exactly is anxiety? At its core, it's the body's natural response to perceived threats or stressors, a feeling of unease or worry that can be both mental and physical. This sense of fear or nervousness often manifests itself in rapid heartbeats, shallow breathing, or a sense of impending doom. When anxiety strikes, it can feel like we're standing on the edge of something terrifying, waiting for the worst to happen. The problem is, while anxiety is a protective mechanism designed to help us react quickly in dangerous situations, it can easily become overwhelming when it intensifies or persists. When anxiety goes from a brief moment of unease to something that interferes with our daily life, it can cause a ripple effect in every aspect of our well-being, our relationships, career, and personal health. And often, the more we try to fight it, the more it tightens its grip. Consider a moment when you found yourself facing a seemingly insurmountable challenge. Maybe you were about to give a big presentation, or you were worried about an important decision in your life. Suddenly, you felt your heart race, your palms sweat, and your mind became foggy. You may have asked yourself, "Why am I so anxious?" The answer lies in the complex interaction between the brain and body, where the stress hormone cortisol floods your system, heightening the feeling of fear and uncertainty. This physiological reaction is designed to prepare your body for action. It's what helps you respond in a crisis. But when this response is triggered unnecessarily or for prolonged periods, it leaves you in a constant state of alertness, making it harder to think clearly and take decisive action. The cycle of anxiety often begins with a small worry, which spirals into stress, and then manifests as anxiety. This cycle can feel unbreakable, as one worry leads to another, and each thought intensifies the next. It's as if the worries stack up on top of each other, growing taller and more impossible to tackle. At first, it may be a small concern. What if I don't perform well at work today? But as you continue to dwell on it, it turns into bigger concerns. What if my boss gets frustrated with me? What if I lose my job? What if I can't pay my bills? Worries about the future, whether it's your career, relationships, or health, can snowball, creating a constant sense of tension. What's worse is that anxiety tends to cloud your judgment, making it harder to take effective action. It's like standing at the bottom of a mountain, staring at the summit, and thinking, "I'll never make it to the top." The weight of your thoughts makes the climb feel impossible. Anxiety can paralyze us, especially when it takes root in our minds. You might feel trapped in a loop, unable to break free. The fear of making a mistake or facing negative consequences keeps you stuck in a state of inaction. The more you think about the possibility of failure, the more it prevents you from trying in the first place. You might find yourself avoiding situations or procrastinating, not because you don't want to face them, but because the anxiety around them feels too heavy to carry. It's a pattern of fear and avoidance that makes it difficult to move forward. This is where the practice of Stoicism can offer a transformative shift in perspective. Stoicism teaches us that while we can't control every external event, such as whether or not we'll face challenging situations or how other people will behave, we can control how we respond. Instead of allowing anxiety to rule our lives, Stoic philosophy encourages us to focus on the things within our control: our thoughts, our actions, and our reactions. It helps us build the mental resilience needed to face anxiety head-on, instead of allowing it to trap us in an endless cycle of worry. As you move forward, it's important to recognize that anxiety isn't something you have to simply accept or let control you. There are tools and practices you can use to manage it, to reduce its hold on you, and to change the way you relate to it. In the next section, we'll explore the Stoic philosophy and how it offers a powerful path to inner peace. Together, we'll learn how ancient wisdom can guide us in managing anxiety, building mental resilience, and creating lasting peace of mind. The journey starts now. Let's see how the Stoic principles can help you overcome anxiety and live a more balanced, fulfilling life. The Stoic philosophy, a path to inner peace. Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy, has often been misunderstood as a cold, emotionless way of living. For many, the idea of Stoicism conjures up images of detached individuals, unmoved by life's ups and downs. However, this view couldn't be further from the truth. In reality, Stoicism offers a profound, yet highly practical, framework for achieving inner peace and emotional control, particularly when faced with adversity and hardship. Its teachings go beyond mere emotional suppression. They offer a roadmap for cultivating mental resilience and finding tranquility amidst the chaos of life. Founded by Zeno of Citium in the 3rd century BCE, Stoicism was later refined by legendary philosophers such as Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca. These thinkers devoted their lives to understanding how to overcome the challenges of human existence, and their writings continue to resonate today, offering timeless wisdom for managing stress, navigating difficult emotions, and ultimately achieving peace of mind. What makes Stoicism particularly relevant in the modern world is its practical nature. Rather than being a purely academic or theoretical system, it offers actionable advice that we can apply to our daily lives, regardless of the challenges we face. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies the concept of virtue. For Stoics, virtue, defined as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, is the highest good and the ultimate goal of life. This belief is grounded in the understanding that while external circumstances such as wealth, fame, or even health can fluctuate, virtue is the only thing truly within our control. Life may bring challenges, disappointments, and unexpected twists, but our response to these events, how we choose to act, think, and feel, is entirely up to us. In this way, Stoicism teaches us that our sense of peace and contentment need not depend on the external world, but on our internal mindset. This principle has profound implications for managing anxiety and emotional stress. Anxiety often arises from a sense of helplessness or a fear of what may or may not happen in the future. When we feel as though we are unable to control the outcome of a situation, our minds begin to spiral into worst-case scenarios. However, Stoicism helps us differentiate between what we can control and what we cannot. By focusing our energy on controlling our actions, thoughts, and attitudes, we free ourselves from the emotional burden of trying to control external outcomes. For example, let's say you have a big job interview coming up, or a public speaking engagement that makes you nervous. While you cannot control how others will perceive you or how the event will unfold, You can control how prepared you are, how you respond to challenges as they arise, and how calmly you maintain your composure. By focusing on what is within your power, such as your preparation and mindset, you can reduce the anxiety that often stems from the fear of the unknown. In addition to teaching us to focus on what we can control, Stoicism offers a nuanced approach to emotions. Contrary to the common misconception that Stoicism teaches emotional suppression, the philosophy actually encourages us to acknowledge our emotions without allowing them to dictate our behavior. Epictetus, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This statement underscores the Stoic belief that while emotions are natural, they can often be misleading and, if unchecked, can lead us astray. Anxiety, for example, is frequently rooted in fears about events that may never happen. By reflecting on the impermanence of life and recognizing that many of our anxieties are based on illusions of control, we can begin to navigate our emotions with greater clarity and peace. Furthermore, Stoicism encourages us to practice negative visualization, or the art of imagining the worst-case scenario in order to desensitize ourselves to fear. By contemplating what we fear, we take away some of its power over us. This practice helps us accept that we cannot predict or control everything, and that we can still find peace regardless of the outcome. As we transition to the next section, we'll dive deeper into the core principles of Stoicism and explore how they can be applied to specifically manage anxiety. The dichotomy of control, negative visualization, and other Stoic practices offer powerful tools for transforming our response to stress and worry. By embracing these teachings, you can begin to shift your mindset, build mental resilience, and find lasting tranquility, even in the face of life's most challenging moments. Core Stoic principles for managing anxiety. When anxiety strikes, it can feel like an uncontrollable storm, overwhelming both our minds and bodies. In moments like these, anxiety can hijack our thoughts, cloud our judgment, and drain our energy, leaving us feeling helpless. However, Stoicism offers a powerful framework for managing and even transforming this anxiety into inner strength. The core principles of Stoicism provide us with practical tools for emotional control and mental resilience, empowering us to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and clarity. One of the most effective Stoic principles is the dichotomy of control. This principle teaches us to focus only on what is within our control, our thoughts, actions, and reactions, and to accept what is beyond our control, such as external events or the behavior of others. When we experience anxiety, it often stems from concerns about things we cannot influence, such as how others will perceive us or how a situation will unfold. For example, imagine you're anxious about an upcoming event or conversation that you cannot fully control. The Stoic approach here is to let go of attachment to these uncontrollable factors. Instead of fixating on how things might turn out, you direct your attention to your own responses. How can you prepare? How will you approach the situation with calm and clarity? This mental shift, from focusing on external uncertainties to internal control, can instantly reduce anxiety, offering a profound sense of peace and agency in the face of uncertainty. A second Stoic principle that can significantly reduce anxiety is negative visualization. Although it may seem counterintuitive at first, this practice has been proven to alleviate anxiety by helping us confront and reframe our fears. Negative visualization involves mentally rehearsing worst-case scenarios, which allows us to prepare for potential challenges without being consumed by them. Instead of avoiding or fearing the unknown, Stoics suggest that we imagine the worst possible outcome. For instance, if you're anxious about giving a presentation, you might picture yourself forgetting your lines or stumbling through the talk. However, by visualizing this outcome, you begin to see that even in the worst-case scenario, you would still be able to recover. You would still be able to move forward, adapt, and learn from the experience. In doing so, the fear of failure loses its grip on you. This practice doesn't just reduce anxiety, it also fosters resilience, making it easier to approach challenges with confidence, knowing that you can handle whatever comes your way. Another key Stoic principle is living according to nature. This means aligning our actions with our true values, accepting the impermanence of life, and embracing the changes that come our way. One of the greatest sources of anxiety is the constant desire for control over the uncontrollable. The Stoics remind us that life is inherently uncertain and unpredictable. Things will inevitably change. Loved ones may pass away, careers may shift, and plans may falter. Rather than resisting these changes, Stoicism teaches us to embrace them, accepting the inevitability of life's uncertainties and letting go of the need to control every aspect allows us to experience life more fully and peacefully. Instead of fighting against what cannot be changed, we focus on what we can control, our response. For example, if you face a sudden job loss or an unexpected challenge, living according to nature means acknowledging that life brings these kinds of events, and it's okay to experience them with calm acceptance. You're not defined by external circumstances, but by how you respond to them. These three core Stoic principles, the dichotomy of control, negative visualization, and living according to nature, form the bedrock of Stoic practice and offer powerful tools for overcoming anxiety. The dichotomy of control teaches us where to focus our energy, on our own actions and reactions, not on uncontrollable external events. Negative visualization prepares us for life's challenges by confronting our fears and recognizing that we can still thrive despite them. Living according to nature encourages us to accept life's impermanence and embrace the changes it brings, finding peace even in times of uncertainty. Together, these principles create a comprehensive framework for mental clarity, emotional control, and resilience. As we continue to explore Stoic techniques for managing anxiety, we'll delve deeper into actionable practices like journaling, meditation, and reframing thoughts. These daily practices will allow you to embody Stoic wisdom and build lasting emotional resilience, transforming how you respond to stress, uncertainty, and adversity. Practical Stoic techniques for overcoming anxiety. Now that we've explored the core Stoic principles for managing anxiety, it's time to dive into practical techniques that can help you apply these timeless ideas in your everyday life. These Stoic practices not only provide effective ways to manage anxiety, but also promote emotional healing, mental clarity, and, ultimately, inner peace. With the right tools, you can transform anxiety from an overwhelming force into an opportunity for growth and resilience. One of the most powerful techniques in the Stoic toolkit is journaling. Writing down your thoughts and fears can be incredibly liberating. When anxiety strikes, our minds often become flooded with racing thoughts, creating a sense of confusion and overwhelm. By transferring these thoughts onto paper, you give them a tangible form, allowing you to examine and challenge them more effectively. For example, if you're feeling anxious about an upcoming work project, start by jotting down the specific elements causing you stress. Is it the fear of failure, the pressure of high expectations, or concerns about how others will perceive you? Once these anxieties are written down, you can assess them more objectively. Ask yourself, what aspects of this situation are within my control? What can I do right now to prepare or improve? Journaling helps you gain clarity, and more importantly, it encourages constructive action, turning vague fears into manageable tasks. Over time, this practice becomes an effective tool for not only managing anxiety, but also enhancing your problem-solving skills. Another crucial Stoic technique is meditation and reflection. Stoic philosophers, such as Marcus Aurelius, often practiced daily reflection to assess their emotional state and evaluate their personal growth. By taking a few moments at the end of each day to reflect on your actions, you can increase your self-awareness and identify patterns that contribute to your anxiety. For instance, ask yourself, did I act in line with my values today? Did I allow anxiety to control my emotions, or did I master them? This simple yet profound practice of self-reflection fosters emotional maturity, helping you understand why you felt anxious and how you can respond differently in the future. Even a brief period of 5 to 10 minutes each evening can bring significant benefits, helping you break free from cycles of worry and stress. By consistently evaluating your actions and emotions, you'll gradually strengthen your ability to respond to anxiety with calm and clarity. A third Stoic technique for managing anxiety is reframing thoughts. Often, anxiety stems from catastrophic thinking, where we envision the worst possible outcomes. Stoicism teaches us to challenge these thoughts and reframe them in a more balanced and rational way. For example, if you're anxious about an upcoming presentation, instead of thinking, "I'm going to mess this up," try reframing it to, "I've prepared for this, and no matter the outcome, I will learn and grow from it." This subtle shift in perspective can make all the difference. By focusing on the process rather than the outcome, you diminish the power of fear and reduce the anxiety associated with the situation. This technique allows you to approach challenges with a mindset rooted in resilience, seeing them not as threats but as opportunities to develop your skills and character. In addition to reframing thoughts, focusing on virtue is a cornerstone of Stoic practice that can help alleviate anxiety. In Stoicism, virtue, comprising wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, is considered the highest good. When you focus on cultivating virtue, you shift your attention away from external circumstances and towards your internal growth. For example, if you're feeling anxious about a potential conflict with a friend, instead of focusing on how the situation might affect your reputation or how others might judge you, ask yourself, what would a virtuous person do in this situation? Perhaps they would seek to understand their friend's perspective, act with patience, and communicate honestly and calmly. Focusing on virtue not only reduces anxiety, but also helps you become a better, more resilient person. It encourages you to act from a place of strength and integrity, making it easier to navigate life's challenges without being controlled by fear or worry. Incorporating these Stoic techniques into your daily routine doesn't require drastic changes. Start small and gradually integrate them into your life. For example, begin by journaling for just 10 minutes each morning, reflecting on your thoughts at the end of the day, and practicing reframing whenever anxiety arises. These techniques don't require a perfect environment or ideal circumstances to be effective. They can be practiced anywhere, at any time. Over time, these practices will become second nature, and you'll notice a significant shift in your ability to handle anxiety with grace and resilience. These Stoic practices offer simple yet profound tools for managing anxiety and cultivating a calm, resilient mindset. The beauty of Stoicism is that these techniques are universally accessible. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment to start. You can begin right now, wherever you are, and begin applying these principles to transform your experience with anxiety. By practicing journaling, meditation, reframing, and focusing on virtue, you can overcome anxiety and build lasting mental resilience. As we continue our exploration of Stoic wisdom, we'll look at real-life examples of people who have successfully applied these principles to overcome adversity. These inspiring stories will show you that, with the right mindset, it is possible to not only manage anxiety, but to use it as a stepping stone towards personal growth and inner peace. Stories of resilience. Real-life examples of Stoicism in action. Now, let's bring the abstract principles of Stoicism to life with powerful, real-life examples. Stories of individuals who have applied Stoic teachings to overcome adversity can serve as profound reminders of how these ancient ideas can be used to build mental resilience and manage anxiety in the face of life's challenges. These examples illustrate that Stoicism isn't just an academic concept or philosophical ideal. It's a practical tool for overcoming life's most difficult moments. One of the most compelling examples is Viktor Frankl, the renowned neurologist and psychiatrist who survived the Holocaust. Frankl's harrowing experiences in concentration camps could have broken anyone, but his remarkable ability to find meaning in suffering was what allowed him to endure. Frankel's story serves as a testament to the power of perspective and inner control. As he famously said, "Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances." This statement encapsulates the Stoic belief in controlling our inner world, even when the external world is beyond our influence. In the concentration camps, Frankl could not control his circumstances, but he chose to control his mindset. This Stoic resilience allowed him to endure unimaginable suffering while maintaining a sense of purpose. His ability to transform pain into a source of strength exemplifies the transformative power of Stoicism in the face of adversity. Frankel's story proves that while we may not always control what happens to us, we can always choose how to respond, and this response can shape our survival and growth. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, is another historical figure who embodied Stoic principles during times of great personal and political turmoil. Throughout his reign, he faced numerous challenges, including wars, betrayal, and personal loss. Yet, Marcus Aurelius remains one of the most prominent Stoic figures because of his unwavering ability to maintain his sense of peace and emotional control. His personal writings, meditations, offer deep insights into how he used Stoic philosophy to navigate the complexities of leadership and personal struggle. One of his key teachings was the importance of viewing obstacles as opportunities to practice virtue. For instance, when confronted with the threat of war, Marcus reminded himself that this challenge was an opportunity to demonstrate courage, perseverance, and justice. His writings show how mental clarity and cognitive reframing can help transform anxiety and adversity into powerful tools for growth and self-improvement. For Marcus Aurelius, life's obstacles were not enemies to be feared but opportunities to deepen his character and commitment to virtue. In more recent times, Ryan Holiday, a contemporary author and Stoic practitioner, has shared his personal journey of overcoming anxiety, self-doubt, and external pressures. Ryan is known for his work in popularizing Stoic philosophy, and his book The Obstacle is the way explores how setbacks and obstacles can be turned into stepping stones when viewed through the lens of Stoicism. Ryan speaks openly about how he has struggled with feelings of inadequacy and anxiety throughout his career, but he emphasizes that Stoic principles can help us navigate those feelings and transform them into sources of strength. Ryan's journey underscores the Stoic belief that challenges are an inherent part of life, and instead of avoiding or resisting them, we should embrace them. He believes that obstacles are opportunities in disguise, chances to exercise patience, courage, and creativity. By embracing Stoic teachings, Ryan has been able to turn anxiety into fuel for personal growth, showing us that Stoicism is not a theoretical idea, but a practical philosophy that can help us overcome the toughest personal challenges. These stories are not just inspirational, they are proof that Stoicism works in real life. They show that emotional resilience and mental well-being are not mere ideals to aspire to, but achievable goals when we practice the Stoic principles of self-discipline, perspective, and virtue. The individuals we've discussed did not escape hardship. Instead, they used Stoic teachings to change their perception of adversity and to respond with strength and clarity. By applying these principles, they were able to overcome anxiety, build mental resilience, and create lives of meaning and purpose. As we move on to the next section, let's explore daily Stoic habits that can help you start integrating these powerful principles into your own life. These small, consistent actions will allow you to build the mental strength and resilience you need to navigate anxiety, stress, and the inevitable challenges that life presents. Stoicism offers us not just profound wisdom, but practical tools for living a life of calm, clarity, and emotional mastery. Daily Stoic habits to build mental resilience. Building mental resilience doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of consistent daily habits that, over time, strengthen our emotional intelligence, help us control our emotions, and prepare us for the challenges life throws our way. The beauty of Stoic philosophy is that it doesn't require massive changes in your life. Rather, it asks for small, deliberate practices that can significantly improve your mental clarity and overall well-being. Start your day with morning reflections. Before you get lost in the chaos of your routine, take a few moments to reflect on the day ahead. In his meditations, Marcus Aurelius would ask himself, "What is it that I am about to do? What is the purpose of my actions?" This daily reflection allows you to set your intentions and approach the day with a Stoic mindset. Consider journaling during this time. Write down your thoughts, your goals, and any fears or anxieties you might have. Writing can be a powerful tool for cognitive reframing, as it allows you to look at your worries from a distance and examine them with a more rational perspective. Another Stoic habit to incorporate is the practice of gratitude. It's easy to get caught up in negative thinking, but focusing on what you are grateful for can immediately shift your perspective. A Stoic exercise you can try is to write down 3 things you are grateful for each morning. It could be something as simple as a warm cup of coffee or a supportive friend. This habit not only boosts your emotional resilience, but also fosters a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. Remember, a Stoic approach to life is about embracing the good and the bad, without attachment to either. Lastly, end your day with evening reflection. Before you go to bed, take a moment to review how the day went. Ask yourself, did I live according to my values today? Did I practice self-discipline and emotional control? This habit of self-reflection allows you to learn from your experiences, adjust your behavior, and grow as a person. You'll start to notice that you're not just reacting to life's challenges, but actively engaging with them in a way that builds your mental strength and peace of mind. These small but powerful habits are the foundation of a Stoic mindset. By incorporating them into your daily routine, you'll begin to notice a shift in your ability to manage anxiety, deal with stress, and maintain your emotional equilibrium. The key is consistency. The more you practice these habits, the stronger your emotional resilience will become, and the more capable you'll be at handling whatever comes your way. As we now shift gears, let's discuss the challenges that come with practicing Stoicism. Like any philosophy, it's easy to understand in theory, but more difficult to implement in real life. But don't worry, Stoic wisdom has guidance for overcoming these obstacles, and we'll explore that in the next section. Challenges in practicing Stoicism and how to overcome them. Although the principles of Stoicism are powerful, applying them in our everyday lives can be challenging. After all, it's much easier to get caught up in our emotions than it is to stay calm and grounded. Anxiety and stress can feel overwhelming, and in those moments, the Stoic approach might seem distant or difficult to reach. But remember, mental resilience isn't something that's built instantly. It's a gradual process. And just like any new skill, it requires practice and patience. One of the first challenges is initial resistance. When you first encounter Stoic practices, it may feel unnatural. The idea of controlling your emotions rather than letting them take over can be tough, especially if you've spent most of your life reacting impulsively to situations. Emotional healing is a process, not a one-time fix. However, this initial resistance often fades as you practice these techniques. The more you train your mind to observe, reflect, and choose your responses, the easier it becomes. In fact, just like any muscle in your body, your mental strength will grow stronger with consistent use. Another challenge is emotional setbacks. You may have days when anxiety or frustration creeps in, no matter how hard you try to follow Stoic practices. This is normal. Stoicism isn't about avoiding difficult emotions altogether. Rather, it's about managing anxiety and stress in a healthy way. When setbacks occur, remind yourself that these moments are opportunities for growth. Instead of berating yourself for failing at Stoicism, view it as a chance to practice self-discipline and reinforce your emotional resilience. You might also struggle with lack of support or feeling like you're the only one trying to practice Stoicism. It's easy to feel isolated, especially if those around you aren't familiar with the philosophy. In these moments, it can be helpful to seek out a Stoic community, whether online or in person. Surrounding yourself with people who are also committed to the journey of self-improvement can offer encouragement, shared wisdom, and accountability. A great way to get started is by reading the works of Stoic philosophers like Seneca, Epictetus, or Marcus Aurelius. Their writings can provide you with a deeper understanding and remind you that you're not alone in your efforts. Finally, gradual integration is key. You don't have to adopt every Stoic principle all at once. In fact, trying to change everything at once may overwhelm you. Instead, take small steps. Begin with one practice, like journaling or mindfulness, and slowly build from there. Focus on personal growth and accept that this journey is not linear. Sometimes, progress happens in small increments, but those tiny steps accumulate over time to create lasting change. Emotional resilience comes from embracing the discomfort and challenges that arise, knowing that every hurdle is an opportunity to grow stronger. By practicing Stoicism consistently and navigating the challenges that arise with patience and persistence, you'll find yourself building a life of inner peace and mental clarity. Now that we've covered how to overcome the challenges of practicing Stoicism, it's time to dive into the real-world application of these principles. How can you start today? Let's explore this further in the next section. Now that you've gained a deeper understanding of how to overcome anxiety with the principles of Stoicism, it's time to put this knowledge into action. Mental resilience is built through consistent practice, and emotional control comes with time and effort. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. So, as you go about your day, remember that every moment offers you a chance to choose how to respond, to reflect, and to grow stronger. If you found these insights helpful, I encourage you to take a moment to reflect on one Stoic principle you can apply today. Maybe it's practicing negative visualization to reduce fear, or perhaps it's journaling about your emotions to gain clarity. The key is to start small and be kind to yourself on this journey of self-mastery. Remember, each step you take brings you closer to inner peace and emotional resilience. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. If you're committed to building your mental well-being and achieving inner peace, hitting that notification bell will ensure you never miss a video that could transform your mindset and life. Together, we can take control of our emotions and cultivate the strength needed to navigate life's challenges. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What Stoic principle will you begin applying today? Leave a comment below, and let's continue the conversation.